It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and today we got a beer from Wales' oldest brewery. This is Felinfoel Brewery in Llanelli. I believe they're Llanelli area of the UK. I'm pretty sure of it. Yes, Llanelli, SA14. So this is their ESB. It won't be... Now, this is the funny thing about ESB. Some people call it English Special Bitter. Some people call it Extra Special Bitter. Now, I imagine on Felinfoel's case, being from Wales, it's going to be Extra Special Bitter, not English Special Bitter. This is a craft ale coming in at 5% ABV. I do like the label on this. It's got that kind of classy gold rimmed. I like that. Take no notice of the condensation on the bottle. The beer's been out the fridge about half an hour. It's had time to warm up. I store my beer in the fridge to keep the hop fresh. I drink them about 7 or 8 degrees to fully experience the malt in the beer. So we got a green bottle cap on this one. You got the Welsh dragon there. 1878. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. A little bit of smoke on the bottle opening. I picked this up in Asda, part of a 4 for 3 deal. If you buy it on its own, it's £2.25. If you buy it as part of a 4 for 3 deal, it comes in at about £1.75. This is looking good. This is looking pretty tidy. Now, I do a little bit of holidaying in West Wales. Let's forget about my holiday in a minute. Let's concentrate on the beer. Look at this. This looks great. This has my full attention. Wow, look at that. One finger slightly off white head. Good levels of carbonation. A clear but amber, a deep mahogany amber coloured beer. That looks fantastic. Fantastic. Let's get the aroma on the beer then. I think they call him the Colonel or the Captain. So if you're watching the Captain, hello, how are you? I have spoken to the Captain on the phone many years ago. Yeah, it's quite interesting that. It's got that kind of lovely kind of nuttiness to it. A nice hot character coming through. And one of those beers you could just sniff away at for a couple of minutes before you got into it. A lovely brown bread, biscuity, nutty, hoppy, and a slight dark fruits coming through. Smells good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, yes. Yes, that's good. Oh, I really like that. It's got this lovely biscuity nuttiness about it. It's got a creamy, rich mouthfeel. Oh, it's really drinkable. A really, really drinkable beer. Nutty, biscuity, bready, good mouthfeel, nice bitterness on the back end, a little bit of sweet, a small amount of sweetness to begin with, a really nice finish on the back end. They've knocked this out the park. This brewery, Felinfoel ESB, they've really gone to town on this beer. First time trying this, and it's really good. And I was about to tell you about my holiday in. It's an appropriate time actually to tell you about my holiday in West Wales. So I stayed in a place, it was about a mile or two outside of Tenby in West Wales. Tiny little village. I can't think of the name. Saint something. Anyway, it was a glamping. It was like a camping site, but there was a village about a 5-minute walk away. We went to this village. The kids went swimming with their auntie and my mum, and I'll start that again. Their mum, and their auntie. So my wife and my sister-in-law, and they were like, "You can't go because you've got the dog. You can't go swimming. You've got the dog. So you can have a walk about the town." So St. Florence. So anyway, I walked into St. Florence, and I come across this lovely little pub as you enter the town from the bottom on the left hand side. And I said, "Dog's welcome?" Yeah, come in with the dog. So it was a nice sunny day. I had a pint of Double Dragon, Felinfoel Double Dragon, and I was given this and I loved this. It reminded me of the 1980s. They give you this stamp book, and if you stamped six pints with a stamp, you get a free pint. I thought that was it. Those simple things in life that used to exist. Like my grandpa used to do stuff like that when he used to buy pop. Like he used to buy bottles of fizzy pop from the milkman in the milk wagon. He used to stamp this book, and if you got enough stamps in it, he give you a free bottle of pop or something. So it was that sort of affair, that sort of but it enticed you. I did get, I over a couple of days, I definitely had a couple of stamps in my book. I definitely had a couple of free pints. But the point of this story is, I've drank Felinfoel Double Dragon in the can from Tesco, and I've drank it in bottle from Tesco, and it's okay when it's put in a bottle or a can. But on cask, in West Wales, where the beer's from, it's a wonderful pint. It's a wonderful pint on cask. I was drinking this, I was like, whoa, this is phenomenal beer. Sun was shining in St. Florence, can't remember the name of the pub. But I just thoroughly enjoyed it. I just sitting there, dog was sat next to me. Just happy times. And this, I'm glad I mentioned all of that, because this, I'm going to say by a country mile, this is the best beer packaged that I've ever had from Felinfoel. Easily. I've had some okay beer from Felinfoel, packaged, can of bottle, but this is exceptional. This reminds me of that wonderful Double Dragon on cask down in St. Florence about 3 or 4 years ago. Beautiful. It's really good beer. Right. All in Welsh on the front. A marvellously robust bitter ale, giving lots of good body and a fruity aftertaste. A nice long finish on the palate with hints of toffee apple flavours. It does have a bit of toffee apple about it. It's beautiful beer. Felinfoel, for me, they slightly frustrate me. Because yes, they are Wales's oldest brewery since Evan Evans Bevan went, and Buckley's went, and Brains more or less, they've gone to become Marston's Carlsberg, haven't they, of Brains, so they can't call themselves Wales's oldest brewery anymore. It was when Buckley's lost all of their pubs to Brains that Felinfoel become Wales's oldest brewery. But the point of this is, this brewery's got so much potential. They're showing it here. They've got so much potential. I'd love them to show it a bit more. I'd love them to show it a bit like they are here, producing this great ESB. That's a brilliant beer for the price. What, £1.75 on a 4 for 3 deal in Asda? 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.